हेलो व्यूअर्स एंड वेलकम बैक टू इन माई ओपिनियन बाय SamakshMalhotra। हम आपको रोमांटिक मूवीज, रोम कॉम, कॉमेडी मूवीज, एक्शन, थ्रिलर और सस्पेंस भरी फिल्मों के रिव्यूज देते रहे हैं, बट फॉर द वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम आई एम रिव्यूइंग अ हॉरर मूवी एंड दैट टू नॉट फ्रॉम बॉलीवुड, फ्रॉम अ साउथ इंडियन सिनेमा, एंड द मूवीज नेम इज Connect. So without any further ado, let me tell you the plot of the movie, but before that, do remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel for all these movie reviews. Talking about the film Connect, Joseph played by Vinay and Susan played by Nayanthara, they have one daughter who is Anna. Susan's father is Arthur Samuel, who's Sathyaraj, and it's a Christian family, and that time when life was going well, coronavirus started spreading rapidly. इसी situation में Joseph, who's a doctor, वो सभी पेशेंट्स को ट्रीट कर रहे हैं इन द हॉस्पिटल, एंड एक पॉइंट के बाद उन्हें खुद कोरोना वायरस हो जाता है एंड गेस व्हाट, ही डाइज। एना, जो कि काफी सैड हो गई है आफ्टर हर फादर्स डिमाइज, एंड शी इज ग्रीविंग एट द मोमेंट, एंड शी ट्राइज टू टॉक टू हर डेड फादर यूजिंग एन ओजा बोर्ड, एंड दिस इज द मोमेंट व्हेन अ डीमन एंटर्स her body. At one point, this matter is revealed to Samuel and Susan, and their efforts to drive away this ghost are told to us with a thrilling experience. This is the plot of the film, Connect. This is one of those very few Indian horror movies that builds a connection, the phenomenon of Ouija board. Here I am, SamakshMalhotra, discussing the positive as well as the underwhelming aspects of the movie Connect. Starting with number one, performances. Nayanthara, as we all love her, delivers an outstanding performance as always. But young Haniya Nafisa, it's a surprise package. She has pulled off a somewhat difficult role with such an ease. बहुत excellence के साथ उन्होंने remarkable acting maturity दिखाई है. Full props to Ashwin for selecting her for the role of Amu. Sathyaraj and Anupam Kher lend a lot of value to this film as well. The performances of Sathyaraj and Nayanthara makes this film work, and definitely we all love Nayanthara. उन्होंने इस movie में भी 4 चांद लगा दिए हैं, and she is the driving factor of this film. Anupam Kher, who's the father, who only takes a brief screen time, he definitely makes all the audience and all of us feel safe. So this was an aspect where everybody gets full marks for their performances. But इससे भी better एक चीज है, coming to the story's presentation, the biggest achievement of Ashwin's is Connect movie is how, despite being a horror film, it is in touch with the reality. It's true that cinema is an escapist medium that forgets the woes of the real world, और इसी चीज को disconnect को दूर किया है अश्विन की इस मूवी ने. Between the pandemic world and that world of the Tamilian mainstream films, Connect is living up to its name because it finally bridges that gap by empathizing with the ones who suffered during the pandemic. Filmmaker Ashwin Saravanan and writer Kaavya Ramkumar, they are very smart, जिन्होंने Connect को डिजाइन इस तरीके से किया है कि पैंडेमिक को यूज करते हुए they've shown us a frame where the time we all felt how it was so suffocating and claustrophobic, जहाँ पे हम सब we were living inside our 4 corners and using just one thing, that was our smartphones. And this is the most horrifying part of the movie Connect, the fact that a camera's gaze in the front facing camera of a smartphone, for the most part the movie is not shot with a smartphone, लेकिन इस मूवी में जो स्मार्टफोन का इस्तेमाल करते हुए प्राइमरी कैमरा को यूज किया है, and how the drama is unfolding, it's very very unique for a horror movie. The possibilities here were endless when this concept was brilliantly brought as a move by the filmmaker. Not only the screenplay but also the horrors of the film are commendable. Connect can easily scare you at times because there are at least 2 terrific jump scares where I definitely got scared watching the film. There's nothing more terrifying than the screen staring to buffer at tense moments and, you know, teasing the audience, and we scream at this idea when a message pops up that you are now the host. As a work of horror, Connect offers a giddy experience at parts, but then that is not just it. then that is not just it. The breathless thrills that you are served with distracts you from the generic story. The film employs smart camera angles, especially through video call interactions and close-up, as we've already discussed before, and it provides an immersive and thrilling experience. In those moments, Connect does remind us of these two films called Exorcist and Conjuring whenever it's about to scare us. So that is how the performances, the screenplay and the horrors of the film definitely play a part in making it an excellent movie. But there's another aspect that adds as a cherry on the cake for this film. The technical performance and the approach to storytelling are cutting edge. The cinematography and the music takes the film up several notches. Editing by Richard Kevin must also be appreciated because it's not very easy to edit and crisp out the entire film. While these were the positive aspects, let's turn the page and flip the coin to know what were the underwhelming aspects of the story. Where horror was definitely an advantage for us, the same horror can also be one of the underwhelming aspects, because the setup that led to the revealing of possession of the teenager Anna is very unconvincing. The concept that darkness must instill fear is overused in the film, and the film does not really have a lot of light into it. This, in combination with the uninspired exorcism, was a little bit disappointing. It was unfortunate because in the crowd of horror comedies and adult horror comedies that the Tamilian film industry already has, Connect could have been, something different. It could have stood out blazingly. It is only if the experimented was done out of the box in the lines that have not been already done. That was the first underwhelming aspect that I found in the movie. That was not only it. There's another mindling experience from the film. The film runs out of its unconventional merits after the first 45 minutes. The start is great, but the ending, despite a couple of stunning jump scares, Connect its mindling overall. The graph leading up to the exorcism stretch is not consistent, and the narrative is satisfied just with the spiritual convictions, giving the drama a raw deal. Now coming to the screenplay, while the intention of Ashwin was to showcase the suffering of all of us during the pandemic times, the narrative lacks a racy screenplay. If Ashwin and Kaavya would have taken care in the writing and have written a gripping screenplay and effective scene order, the result would have been much better. And also the lack of a strong conflict and unengaging narratives with limited characters makes Connect an okayish watch. But overall, the movie revolving around just 4 characters, keeping the audience engaged throughout those 99 minutes of performances duration, depends completely on the jump scares and performances. Most of the shots in the films are close-up, featuring the actors speaking to the camera, just like in the movie Searching or See You Soon if you've seen any. Connect is a film that belongs to Haniya Nafisa because the audience will definitely remember her for a very long time to come. So that was the review of the movie Connect. How did you like it? Have you seen the movie? Let me know in the comments below. And also remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel while pressing the bell icon. Do remember to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The handle is SamakshVivo. Thank you for tuning in. Signing off.